Let's go over BenQ Palette Master Ultimate Calibration Report Screen. This is ArtIsRight. Before we start, subscribe if you're new and hit on the bell icon so you'll be notified every time I upload cool new videos like this. Because Palette Master Ultimate is a brand new software that has been developed by BenQ, they have listened to a lot of customer feedback and redesigned the calibration report screen to give us much more information about our calibration. If you don't want to look at any of these numbers, what you can simply look at the very bottom is the average delta E and the max delta E, and along with the word pass at the very top, and you are good to go. But if you want to drill down into more details, well, you can certainly do that. So it has all the pertinent information, the date, time, serial number to display, ICC profile name, along with all the target that you dial in the display settings screen and the result we're able to achieve. On the very bottom, there's also a button to click for more detail. If you click on this, the information on the left side are going to be very similar. However, on the right side, this is giving you the target value in the lab coordinates and also the results in the lab coordinates, along with the XY value and the delta E value at the very end there as well. So if you want to get much more information about your calibration, this would be the screen to do so. At the very top, you have the option to save this report out as a PDF file. You can save this onto a desktop. And this works really well too for diagnostic when you save the report. Let's say your calibration is off or you didn't get a passing value. You want to reach out to me and find out why. Sending that over is one of those first steps to do to help me get that information and really gather some of the information in addition to, why your calibration is not passing. For now, we're going to click on that little back button, and on the right side of Palette Master Ultimate Calibration Report screen, we have a few different options. So we can preview different images that are available, and BenQ did load a few in here. There's the XY chart that you can take a look at, or the graph. There's a UV graph and also a delta E, very similar to the one before, but this is more in a table or a graphical format rather than just the XY value or the calibration value and the delta E at the end. This is again showing you what numbers or what values are passing, where the max are in those screens. So this is the average and this is the max in the dotted line. You have the solid line, that's the hard line, saying that if the average goes above this, it's not passing anymore. And you have that white dotted line that is the max for the target value, but this one is passing on both just fine without any issues. Now let's go back and talk about the images a little bit more, because there's a few things you can do. So at the bottom, there are a few controls. There's the plus sign. This will allow you to magnify this and take a look at this image larger. In fact, once you click on here, BenQ have loaded a few more assets as well, beyond just the 4 that you see in the previous screen. So there's a few more black and white. There's the color checker classic chart and also a black and white grayscale. All looks really good here, but at the very top, you may have noticed there's a pictographic of an image and also a plus sign. In fact, if I close this out, there's also that symbol again. Well, what I can simply do is if I click on that plus sign, I can go to a folder that I have my image, and let's say I want to load my image in. I can simply do that and it will show me in the large preview what my image looks like. So beyond that, what we also do get is this little rectangle in the circle there. One is side solid, the other one's a dot. When you click on this, it's going to show you a before and after calibration. So right now, it's telling us clearly that this is after calibration. I can do before calibration. It's going to load this in, and you can see without ICC profile, without the calibration, well, pretty much the green of the aurora and everything is really just overly saturated. Once I put the calibration back, everything looks good again. It's neutral, it's more controlled, and this is exactly the saturation that I want. The other thing that you can do is click on those 4 arrows pointing in every corner to expand this out. Now we're going to expand this, and in this screen, you can still do the before and after calibration. This is after. We're going to load into before. You can see the colors a little bit more saturated in green. I don't particularly like that. This is the way how I edit, so I want my pictures to look this way. When you're done with that, you can close this out. We're going to close this out, and I'm going to show you a few more things. So in addition to all of these as well, you can also invoke the before and after by just using the button right here as well. So you can see the before and after of just the calibration screen with all these results. So if you want prefer to do it that way, you can do that too. But that is the calibration report inside Palette Master Ultimate in a nutshell. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, give this a like, subscribe and hit on the bell to renew, and in art we trust.